Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North American Challenger Series #2 here on Chaos TV. I am Reed Rapid Melton, and joining me is Daniel Egad Caruso. And we're going to get into our second game in the second best of three of the night, with Area of Effect taking on Complexity Red. Last game, game number one, was very, very close, but with a nice Baron call, or rather maybe a not so nice Baron call from Area of Effect, kind of ended the game very, very quickly. Complexity Red looking to close things out here in game number two.
Yeah, I think like Area Effect Esports, Area Effect, excuse me, has a really good shot of taking down Complexity, but it was just some shoddy indecisiveness from them that like really tilted the scale of that game. Like they were so close to having that game in their hands, and then just that Baron. I will harp on that Baron as much as possible because everybody does it. Everybody's had one game where Baron has cost them it, and it's so sad to see sometimes. But it's hopefully they talked about it, they thought about it this time, and now we'll see the bans come out as Elise, Vi, Lulu, Timu, and Thresh Karma to follow suit.
Yeah, the Teemo ban again against I'm Chump John. Every once in a while, you'll see top laners like Jakiro. I think Jakiro plays on UCI's NACC or CSL team, and then you have who's the other one? Mikash Dollar plays as top laner for No Dice Gaming. Both of those guys Teemo mains, and I'm Chump John's Teemo is really ridiculous too. So the only times you'll ever see a Teemo ban out there, rest in peace. But also
and
Lulu.
Jakiro.
Yeah, I did mention him. He's the top
okay,
player for UCI's NACC team. So yeah, there's a lot of Teemo mains out there, but all of them having their Teemos banned. It's a good thing out there. First pick, Kassadin, though.
Hello?
Hi, hello, please respond. Banning phase is meant for one thing, and that is to prevent Kassadin from ever being played. However, with some recent changes here to his kit in patch number 4.3, might have been a little bit over the top. They kind of gave him, Riot kind of Olaf'd him, where they just said, hey, we don't really want this champion being played, so we're going to make all of his skills do 0 damage. Every single one of them kills his entire team and puts the Nexus at 1 HP. Like, that's the level that you have to nerf Kassadin to make him useless. So, still, out there on the Rift is the first pick for Area of Effect.
6-second flashes, man. They're good, right? Alright, so it's going to be Sivir Pantheon for the side of Complexity, as well as the Hover over Nami for the side of AoE Esports. That could synergize pretty well with a good AD carry and possibly Caitlyn or Lucian. Lucian gets the double activation on Ebb and Flow when his passive does get activated. So pretty good. We see the Morgana too, but I guess Morgana could be more of a choice for Elements as a comfort pick because it works against pretty much everything unless they pick some random AD support and like Lee Sin or like Pantheon support possibly. But it will be Lee Sin picked up for the jungle for Chromora, as well as that Caitlyn for Evernario.
All right, well, the Caitlyn pick, we've seen it already, and it works fine, but I feel like in the end, Lucian just does too much, and not going for it. It's a pretty bold move, but the bolder move is leaving open Yasuo against Golden Glue, or Bolden Glue, because that's how bold the move was. It was really, really one of his strongest champions, along with a Kha'Zix, but he's going for that Yasuo pick once again, and there's not actually all that much to give him knockups, so you're going to be looking towards that top lane pick to be something with a lot of CC. This is where I want to see like the Trundle top to get those long range pillars.
Especially if they get a tanky top out of the side of Area of Effects, which isn't unlikely, but I'm Chump John. He said he's a Teemo main. Teemo mains usually have a really unorthodox top laners to pick. If anything, that Urgot would go top, I guess. That'd be pretty fun. But Windwall kind of counters out everything except for the ultimate and the shield. But they're just kind of trolling us up now. Sona gets hovered over, and that's something that kind of was thrown into the attic. Nobody really plays Sona anymore, but Area Effects, that's their team name. Maybe they want to go for some of that synergy. And Shen looks like 3-2-1 will be able to be the top laner there. And Nami, okay, so Sona gets swept back under the rug, and Nami comes back out here to deal with Leona, as well as Shen for I'm Chump John.
I was really, really hoping that we were going to see the Sona out there. I was wondering if, Elements had been practicing that up and bringing it back here these maybe red Rheingold Rivers Sona guide. It's got over 1 million views. It's pretty good, but Nami's a little bit better. And so going with, like you said, a lot more area of effect, got a ton of AoE CC. I want to see if that is enough to maybe keep everybody locked up in time for Cassidy to just like blurb everywhere and kill them all. But we have we're looking for Malphite up there in the top lane for Jezzy, and don't see too many Malphites out there. I think California Trolls pretty much the only other Malphite player in the top or in the North American Challenger scene. Jezzy, another one, but is very vulnerable to getting caught out on that Malphite and being forced to have his ultimate used defensively, which isn't going to help out Golden Glue too much. It's a nice combo. We'll have to see how it works out here for Complexity as we wind down the ban phase. I don't think they're going to switch anything up, so these will be your teams for our second best of 3 of the night. I'm actually getting really excited. This is a cool Wombo Combo team comp from Complexity, but they're going up against Cassidy, and that is tough to ask of any team.
Jungle Trundle, let's go.
All right, well, we won't see that this time around. No trolling. We're just going to get into the game. So stick around. When we come back, it'll be Complexity. All right, welcome back, everybody, to Chaos TV's North American Challenger Series number 2. I am Rapid. I'm here with EGAD, and we are going to go ahead and get into game number 2 between Area of Effect, your team in the blue on the left-hand side of the screen, taking on Complexity Red, your team in the red now on the right.
And looks like a little bit of a bug for Evan. Evan RL, not Evan Iskis. And he'll be loading in very soon. Just a little restart of the client should be good. If you guys noticed already, there's a Kassadin on the board, as well as a Shen, something we haven't seen for absolutely months, as well as the Malphite Yasuo combination, which late game should bring us lots of joy and excitement as the Wombo combo ensues.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty ridiculous to watch these guys once team fights break out. It's going to be Kassadin just like blurbing around everywhere and killing everything. And then there's going to be the Yasuo Pantheon. And if they are Yasuo Pantheon for the early game, then Yasuo Malphite once team fights start, they can set up for some pretty crazy wombo combos. I feel bad to be like Elements and Evan RL right now because no matter how much they farm out, there's no item you can build other than maybe like a Banshee's Veil that's really going to be able to get you away from a Malphite dive.
And there is Evan RL connecting back in. I'm surprised, that AoE Esports doesn't have the Malphite Yasuo combination with the Leona ultimate to combine on top of that. They have Tidal Wave, Rift Walk, and Taunt. That's pretty much the AoE-ness of their team. Stop making false names.
Well, you could make single target esports and then fight each other to death. It's like
that's a terrible acronym though. STE. Come on.
I can think of worse acronyms, EGAD. Don't test me.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, we're back out onto the Rift here in game number 2. Everybody's reconnected and ready to go. Impactful playing that's Sivir this time. No Lucian, which is somewhat surprising because he is available. We've seen a lot of Lucian. I think we will continue to. The only problem is that, maybe going for Sivir is a little bit of a lane disadvantage. Very short auto attack range champion versus the longest in the game.
Ooh, a little bit of an aggressive invade. Bubble comes up from Elements but does not connect. They may actually end up running into Golden Glue if they walk towards that lane tri-rush, but will not do so as they don't want to risk anything crazy. And I guess they just give up on their invade. They think that Complexity invaded them, so they're just going through straight on, face tanking. Chump John didn't even level an ability, and with Elements and FNRL going back, it looks like a lane swap.
Oh, we might actually see this. Yeah, they're going to recall and start heading their way top lane. A lane swap means that you want to either aggressively push or pick a safe lane for a very late game AD carry. You see that a lot of times with like Vaynes or Kog'Maws. Rest in peace, Kog'Maw. You'll never see that champion again.
One day. Hey, I guess the Jinx could work.
Yeah, the Jinx is another good 2v1 laner just because she pushes turrets so fast with the minigun once it speeds back up. It's Fishbones, yeah. Ooh. Bubble will hit onto one. NK Inc. still chasing out Cremora just for a
that shows that it's a 2v2 top now.
So, why is Nami up here?
The question.
Yeah. Apologies, a little bit of an echo there, but we do have to watch out for the blue steal. Cremora's in there, and NK Inc.'s got a lot of damage. Gonna go start with the stun. There's the engage from Zenith Blade, starting out with a lot of early damage.
Wow, the bubble comes in, hits 2, Ignite comes down, and that'll be first split over to Cremora. Complexity, that was really shoddy to call out there. Looks like Support Daddy's gonna get poked out and forced away, and that'll be blue safely over to Cremora.
Then Elements landed a huge bubble there that caught out NK Inc. Killed him, and now he has to start jungling on his own with stun. So I really hope that Aegis of Zionia is like supercharged or something, because this is going to be a rough blue buff for him to take.
Yeah, and let's see. The matchup against in mid lane with the Yasuo Kassadin. Kassadin is just going to stay back, knock and harass, and farm as much as he can on his turret and get his levels. Then when he hits 6, could start making plays and, dodging wind walls and roaming across the map like Kassadin does. He didn't take teleport, so he took a little bit of Ignite for some kill potential in the lane, like, if anything, against his opponent there in Golden Glue. And the 2v2 up top, the turrets have extra armor, so it's not easy to push turrets. But if we do see a kill down bot from either of these, like, ungodly, tanky, bot lane champions here, those turrets could go down very fast.
I'm actually more interested to see the build that Jez goes. Should see him build something more along the lines of just like the straight up pseudo tank. Has gone AP Malphite before, and there's always that weird Trinity Force Malphite that Wicked likes to build. So I don't know which one he's going to go for. There's a lot of build diversity there for Jez. We'll have to see what he decides to bring out.
He's got no AP on himself right now, so I'm guessing that it's really not going to be that AP Malphite-esque build, unless, you know, you can see Athene's or something crazy. But he doesn't have the penetration, so it looks like he's going full tanky. Well, actually, Chump John has a little bit of AP in his page. We do see a gank going in here onto Golden Glue, who does dash away, but gets Tempest crippled and slowed up by Red Buff. There's really nothing to do because they do not want to dive it, so he gets to walk out of there without having to use Flash.
It was close, but not close enough to force out any summoner spells just yet. Nice little bit of damage from Cremora, maybe helping out about 2/2/2 in his rough early laning phase.
Once again, we see Golden Glue dashing through minions to get away. But meanwhile, there's a gank coming in from NK Inc., who kind of looped around the side there, dashing forward. We're going to see a stun come through, a stun from the red buff, a knockup as well, but nothing to chase down. If that was a spear flash auto attack, I think NK Inc. would have been able to secure the kill, but decides not to risk it, and they'll take the harass and his flash summoner.
I like to see a lot of pressure on the Cassidy very early on. You can see he's down a little bit in CS, but actually not as much down as you'd expect, especially versus a Yasuo. Melee AD carries do very, very well against Cassidy. And in fact, over in Korea, you'll actually see a lot of times maybe a Tryndamere picked up as a mid lane counter to Cassidy. Keeps you from getting assassinated, keeps the snowball from getting started, and puts a lot of early pressure on.
And with him low on mana, though, it's kind of hard to harass Shen, who is a very sustaining. The Vorpal Blade heals when it does kill a minion. It also just really good at auto attack sustaining too, if that. And we're seeing the wow, that was a lot of damage coming in. Pops the shield and does a bit too. We see Impactful pop the shield, but does not connect with the bubble there. Now, I'm wondering why NK is with top. There's no Ward and River from the side of AoE, but they decide that it's just going to be a farm lane up there for a very long time while Caitlyn just shoves in. Pantheon making his second roundabout down mid here, but this is the counter gank from Kimura. Ignite gets dropped down. Slow connects. Oh, that wind wall was so good to block the Sonic Wave, which would have definitely killed Golden Glue there. So they're able to make it out. While up top, Evan RL gets initiated on by Support Daddy. He's forced to kite away with the Gnet and get a little bit harassed with the Piltover Peacemaker, but they do back out and no one dies.
Close once again, but not close enough. And Windwall is a pretty cool spell. The long range engage from Support Daddy will force another flash out. Evan RL this time flashing back away. Impactful taking a few trades back, but man, this top lane's so aggressive. Both supports very, very on point with their CC, but no kills either way.
Interesting enough. But they're just going to go back to training. Level 6 I'm Chump John, so he's got quite a big advantage here. Has that Stand United if anything, and Jezzy can't even stop it if he Stand Unites in front of his face, which is actually really funny. But, where is he going to see an opportunity to use that? He hasn't gone to buy back yet. He still has 1,500 gold in his inventory, so looking for possible Giant Spell and Sunfire Cape. Possibly going to be his first item.
Ooh. And NK coming in from behind. There's Kurumura right there as well, jumping in for a lot of burst. And there's the Stand United keeping elements alive. Drops a nice heal, diving through the turret. It's Kurumura to pick up one kill, but will he be able to get out alive? The flash in for the auto attack is not enough. Kurumura lives with that last little bit of HP.
That safeguard came back off cooldown and saved his life right there. And also the heal from elements too, helping out in a big factor there. But really good dive. They capitalized. Take down a gank. The counter ganks from Kimura here have been on point. And also,
when you look at the mid lane now, about 2/2/2. Almost getting all in there. The problem for Yasuo is that you can't really all in Cassidy because it's just going to rip walk backwards. So you have to have a lot of chase before you're a really big threat there.
Gotta chain that knockup and the Pantheon ultimate. Still up top here, Impactful and Support Daddy just farming away. Caitlyn went back to base. Evan RL got a 2k in the bank, so could get the BF sword into a long sword if he wants, or some boots. But it looks like it's going to be the Medallion and Ruby Crystal for elements. Well, a little bit of trading in the mid lane, nothing too crazy. Just the typical stuff here for these two. And BF sword for boots for Evan RL, just prioritizing a little bit more mobility.
And Impactful really hasn't had a chance to go back to base yet. Now, finally, finding his way back there. Probably will just go for the same BF sword. Might not have enough for boots, so instead just buy some consumables to head back to lane.
And it looks like there's a 2-man dragon coming in here. Level 4 NK Inc. pretty far behind Cremora after that death. And does the Wimble actually block dragon? No, it doesn't look like it is right now. It's kind of like
I don't think it was actually positioned very well. Theoretically, I'm pretty sure it would, which is pretty unique if you think about it.
It blocks Baron, right? Yeah.
It does, yeah. So
okay,
you can
so
block pretty much everything there. The big deal is, though, very early dragon taken down there, 9 minutes. And now a 2v1 back up top lane where you'd expect it.
Okay. So Jesse gonna go back into that, while Chump John gonna get jumped on. A nice 2-man taunt comes through, but they will use the hunt to chase. He flashes, and it's not gonna be enough. One more simple auto attack. A crit comes through, and ooh, support dead. He gets it with the ignite. So not what they exactly want that kill to go, but they still secure it. And that'll help him out with getting some earlier items, which is pretty good. But the tier 1 up top, looking to go down now. Evan RL does not get the attack speed slowed. Bubble gonna connect out there. Trap. Wow, almost lands. He flashes away just as soon as the bubble lands. It ends, so he gets away from that little setup.
I'm not sure why he chose the flash there. He has unstoppable force, so you can just use that to get away. It's a much shorter cooldown too.
For Yasuo.
Well, if he doesn't capitalize on that, that is going to be rough times for that top lane. You can see he actually has a Chalice of Harmony, so maybe you're looking for a little bit of ability power, but by and far not going for any like hard AP Malphite.
And there's a kick on NKing to just obliterate him.
Kassadin's fed. GG. Picks up a kill there, and now looking to go Wade right into support daddy. Gets the Zenith Blade, pulls him in, but not in range for a stun.
Oh boy, they're going down, looking for what they can right now. Complexity, gonna throw out the Boomerang Blades. Impactful chasing down, Golden Glue is there. Sonic Wave gets shielded up there. 2-man taunt comes across from the side of AoE Esports. And now Yasuo jumps in, gets the Ignite onto a bout. Will he pick up the kills? The question needs a few more ticks, but it looks like it's gonna fade and he'll be able to live. Well, Golden Glue now, dueling with Chump John, gets the knockup and some crits. Dashing on top of him. Sonic Wave Resonate Straight comes through. There's the Shen Ultimate on top of Kimura. As now the taunt to get away. They just have every little trick in their pocket to get out of there. The reset on the dash, though, is coming up very soon. Can Golden Glue catch up? There it is. He's gonna tank 1 turret shot. There's 2. Needs 1 more auto attack. Can he get it? Nope. Needs 2 more auto attacks. Just kidding. And with the Q, he picks up the kill.
Nice kill there with the Steel Tempest. Golden Glue grabbing that one down, but top lane, nobody attending to that at all except for Jesse. We'll try to clear that out, but outside of like ulting it, I don't think he's gonna have too good a time at stopping this top lane turret from going down. Again, like I said, he can ground slam it, but that turret is getting very, very low.
And if they can snag that turret, they'll have an even bigger turret advantage and gold lead. While Impactful kind of trying to lay in some damage here to this tier 1 mid. He's going to get slowed up there. He didn't shield it, so maybe red buff tag now has safeguards away, keeps it smart, doesn't get chunked out anymore. Also, I didn't realize they took the tier 1 down bot. I did not see that.
Yeah, that is true. It's now 1-to-1 in turrets, both top lane and bottom lane being taken, which is kind of what you expect from seeing like a lane swap, but it was actually a dual lane swap top lane, which you can see sizably won out there by Evan RL and Elements. Elements really playing on point this game, got his team first blood, and also the first turret kill too. So 4-2 in kills. Really, it's just Cremora having a lot of nice counter ganks coming in mid lane. A big team fight about to break out.
Ooh, shield to stop that taunt. There's a nice wind wall to block the tidal wave, and the solar flare on top of that one blows up Kassadin. Looking for more, gets the knockup on Evan RL. Does not ult on top of that though. Unstoppable Force now available, goes in, gets 2 members, and there is the Guambo combo we were talking about. Spear on top of that gets Caitlyn. There's the dive onto Elements. He's gonna get crit and taken down. Ignite gets dropped on the Chump John, but support daddy is like, I cannot take any more turret shots, so they disengage on that one. Let NK Inc. tank up this turret, as Jesse was tanking it before. They swapped it perfectly, and that is Yasuo Guambo combo.
And that is the team comp that Complexity Red went for, and I don't think it gets executed much more perfectly than that. I mean, maybe you have like a 5-man Malphite ult into a 5-man Last Breath, but let's just be real, that was pretty cool. The follow-up kills as well, with Pantheon just walking through the turret and picking him off. Kassadin's cool, but only if you make him work, and it's going to take a while for him to get going.
Oh man, that put Yasuo so far ahead. He's currently got 1,000 gold in his inventory, but probably going to pick up a pickaxe, if anything, and go for his IE as his next item. And when he has that, there is nothing anybody can do about those crits, and they're going to have a really rough time. Zenith Blade over the wall does not connect there. Support daddy just running forward, but there's no one really behind him to proc those sunlights. So he's just asserting his dominance and making think about what he's doing.
Those thoughts, man. When you realize that the enemy's support can 1v1 your mid laner, I don't know. It's a rough world to live in for Kassadin now, as he will get a blue buff. Looking for his Seraph's Embrace. By and far not going to... chasing down bottom lane. Golden Glue going in, but actually, yeah, I don't think 1v2s or something he's really too down with.
I think he is. He's going to go back in onto Evan RL now. Tilts the wall out to dodge away from the bubble and the heal from Nami. Dashes back forward, looking for more. Can he chase anything else down? Elements is going to be the target. That poor fish going to go down. Dashed on, and K-Ink will crit him out. So some really good rotations by the side of Complexity to capitalize on an overextended and no tier 1 turret down bot for AoE, who, even with the wards, still got caught out.
Yeah, and it's important to notice it's not just about the 1v2, because in reality it was a team v2, way out in the middle of nowhere with no turret to respond. Evan RL and Elements will go down, now doubling up their opponents in kills and about to take the 3rd turret of the game in the bottom lane. It's a tier 2.
Meanwhile, they might look for something here. No, Support Daddy's like, you want to do this again, Caston? And I'll just go straight on into you. But he backs away, and Complexity will just disengage. Dragon is up in 7 seconds, though. They will see that spawn, and so will Complexity. I mean, so will AoE, excuse me. So they might try to fight for this one, while John keeps Jezzy busy, who has the pretty much signature piece of the combo for Complexity's side. So when he heads down there, the unstoppable.
Oh no, Complexity red. The bubble in the bushes.
And there's the wind wall as well to disengage just a little bit. The kick to take him off him. Golden Glue is still huge. Solar Flare connects onto a bout. He's going to get focused down. Crit ignited and taken down. There's the Shen ultimate on top of Kimura, who will get taken out by the crit and the flash auto attack from NK, who gets the double kill. They do take down everybody, and that's a 4 for none in Complexity's favor.
The bush baits actually almost got countered out there. Elements had a great bubble in the bush, but like you said, it only hit 2. And with a nice spell shield on the tidal wave, Impactful was just able to go nuts in that fight. Did a lot of the damage, didn't get any of the kills. In the end, it was a double kill for NK Inc., but just Golden Glue going nuts in that fight. Nobody to stop him from just dealing a ton of extra damage, and that's Yasuo. You gotta take care of him. And without doing that, it will be his trip back to base. Support Daddy, what did that, was that Ace in the hole back in base?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he got Ace in the hole, completed his recall, and then took the damage back in base. So it's more like a base in the hole there, but still gets out alive. And now 12-4. It's like first they're doubling, now they're actually tripling AoE and kills.
Oh my god, these fights are so good from Complexity side. Just like it's good win walls. It's just completely good counter initiation / engages. When a Jezzy starts joining these team fights, though, I'm pretty sure AoE, they need to like perfectly outplay it. They need a bout to get levels too, because he is 2 levels behind Golden Glue, so that Riftwalk is hitting for absolutely nothing. He also rushed an Archangel Staff, didn't go the Rod of Ages, looking for some armor as well to deal with Golden Glue in a Seekers into his Zanya's. But when he doesn't have those items, it's just like he feels almost useless. Which is
trying to stack that up. Oh, Golden Glue is going to come top lane, and taunt's good there for John, but Support Daddy's going to get there. He's going to be able to take up that turret, and John should die there. A little bit of a misconception. Unstoppable. Golden Glue. Level 11. Leads his team in levels right now, and of course leads his team in gold and kills and just about anything. Mid lane push from AoE should be good enough to take down that middle lane turret, but that's only the 2nd turret of the game, and now they have to escape.
Well, the chase is on as they leave Yasuo up top. His ultimate's not up anyway, so they don't feel like they need him, and they will just counter that mid push with their own mid push and a top push for tier 1. Possibly going to leave Golden Glue up there the entire time to just keep farming up. They're looking to cut somebody off, which they actually might be able to. They kill a ward. They don't have a wave that'll push the turret, unfortunately. And there is that tier 1 going down, making it 4-2 in turrets. Maybe looking to make it 5-2 in this mid lane.
Elements has the positioning. If he lands a great bubble, then that could be exactly what his team needs to start these fights. I don't know why Jesse didn't just turn around onto a bout right there. But not wanting to fight just yet. Complexity Red will back off for now.
Right, they'll buy, they'll shop. IE was finished up there for Golden Glue, no surprise. So his damage output just went up about 100%. And now it's just the time to wait and see if they can land the combo for Complexity. And if AoE Esports can counter-engage that combo. Because with the Hunt, Unstoppable Force, and the Range on Last Breath, I really see AoE Esports having a really hard time.
About 15 seconds left on that spell shield. If you engage now, might have a chance, but probably not going to do that as the group up mid lane. Shen split pushing Egad. Oh no, somebody better
What do
go
we do?
sell. You group up and you just AoE them down.
They do go into Cremora. There was a bunch of damage onto him. He tries to dash away. They give him the Shen Alpha, but they cannot save him. That's the dive we were talking about. Oh, gets outplayed there. A little bit of a flash from Support Daddy to get out in time before, you know, Cassidy does his thing. But now that's a tier 2 going down, possibly an inhibitor turret, as they look for a knocker from Golden Glue, but cannot find it. Evan RL going to be their target here. Zenith Blade does connect max range, flash forward, dashing, getting the damage, critting him out, and Chump John going to get dashed on. About 22, maybe going to be their target. Nope. They're going to back off and go back to the inhibitor turret and possibly snag up an inhibitor here as they're just waiting for that wave of minions. There it is.
Yeah, Complexity used their entire wombo combo on nothing but Cremora. He's not too happy about that, but oh, will Golden Glue go down here? Gets taunted out there.
Bubble.
A huge bubble from Elements, and it is good enough to take out Golden Glue. That's going to be pretty worth it. The chase continues. About 222, putting some damage down on NK Inc. Can Complexity Red make it back out alive? If you rip off forward, About 222 is dead. Like, I want to see him just like turn around. They've got Zenith Blade.
Solar Flare's almost up. Solar Flare is almost up. They're going to go back in here. They're going to re-engage. They go forward, and About 22 is their target. They get him before even it was responded there. There's the Solar Flare as it just comes off cooldown, going perfectly onto him. Zenith Blade to follow through, but a nice juke onto the Wraiths. Going to keep Cremora alive. The sickly Sin moves. But still, they lost About 22 in that chase.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his plan was there. Like, in what world do you not just turn around and kill him? Maybe if you're just, like, super scared, but let's think about how scared Complexity Red are right now. Not very much. It had 12 kills, 4 turrets, and about 10,000 gold. This is looking like a rough performance here from AoE. We'll have to see if they can maybe land some more AoE. I mean, that fight started with a 3-man Elements bubble, so I don't know how much more he can contribute to this team.
We'll see. Maybe there's definitely more he can contribute. You know, just get a Zeke's, get a Locket. There you go. That's contributing to the team, right?
Push down middle lane here. Contributions. Talk about Golden Glue. 6-1 and 9. It's been having a pretty big, high contributing game. Let's put it that way. Now pushing down the mid lane should be a pretty free inhibitor here for Complexity. If they find a pick right here, they just win the game. So you have to play very, very carefully rather, because you know it's an adverb.
Or they just go straight to Baron after that inhibitor's gone and bait it out, because there are no wards from AoE's side. They have not had time to just leave their base. So they might try to bait something out, drop some pink ward sweep up stuff, and look for that ultimate engage wombo combo to end the game, because they can just look to do that. As now it's AoE Esports guessing, is the Baron being done right now? Are we going to go check team? Chump John lead the way, and they're going to drop a ward. See a pink ward? Pings are coming in as everybody's heading there. There's the Pantheon ultimate going to land on top of 3. It only hits Evan RL though. He flashes over the wall, gets away. About 22 is still the focus as he is able to get out, but Unstoppable Force follows through with the last breath to pick him up, as this is a Kassadin that hasn't had time to do anything. It's just non-stop pressure coming in. Chump John getting shredded through. Cremora gonna get the kick onto Impactful Flash over the wall. Can he get out though? No, he cannot. Impactful flashes forward, finds one. There's a 4-man taunt and the surrender as Complexity will win.
And Golden Glue achieves the only objective of this entire game, and that is to make it into the portrait at the end of the game. And in the victory screen, you can see his little feet right up at the top. So congratulations to Golden Glue and the rest of Complexity Red. They will take a 2-0 victory over Element's Area of Effect. And I don't know, game 1 was actually pretty even for the early part of it, but that Baron call really turned things around, and game number 2 was just wombo combos for days. Really impressive to watch Complexity Red have a very, very strong performance. And so that's going to do it for our first day of games here at the North American Challenger Series. If you guys want updates, you can head over to challengerseries.eu/schedule-NA, and you'll see all the links there on the page. But like I said, we're done for today. Coming up tomorrow, we will have LMQ Tianzi iBuy Power play, as well as Complexity Red facing, I believe it is VVV, as they took out Victorious Gaming. So that'll be that match. We'll have a rescheduled game between Complexity Black and Cognitive Forge, which still a little bit working out the schedule for us. So don't go anywhere. You want to keep it tuned to challengerseries.eu and check us out tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is, of course, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and 1 a.m. Central European Time. If you want to check us out tomorrow when we go live with day number 2, the semifinals of the North American Challenger Series number 2. So that is going to do it for us here tonight. So on behalf of myself, EGAT, Hexit, our wonderful producer, everybody at Chaos TV, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.